In life, things don't always go as planned, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed when faced with challenges. But what if you could stay calm and make smarter choices even in tough moments? That's where Stoicism comes in. This ancient philosophy teaches how to keep emotions in check, focus on what's within our control, and navigate difficulties with discipline. In this guide, you'll learn how to apply Stoic principles to stay cool under pressure, think clearly, and turn obstacles into opportunities for growth. Let's dive in and discover how Stoicism can help you face life's ups and downs with resilience. Accept what you can't control. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, profoundly observed, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This encapsulates a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, the distinction between what we can control and what lies beyond our influence. The essence of control. In life, events unfold in ways we cannot dictate. Weather, other people's opinions, societal changes, and even unexpected misfortunes, these are external occurrences beyond our grasp. However, what remains fully within our power is how we perceive, interpret, and respond to these events. Inner strength through acceptance. When we shift our focus inward, we develop a remarkable inner fortitude. By recognizing that external events do not define us, we free ourselves from the frustration of trying to control the uncontrollable. For instance, if a friend behaves unfairly or a career opportunity falls through, we cannot reverse these outcomes. But we can choose to approach them with composure, reflection, and resilience. The path to peace. Acceptance does not mean passivity or surrender. Rather, it means aligning our energy with what truly matters, our thoughts, decisions, and actions. When we stop resisting reality and embrace what is, peace naturally follows. This practice of acceptance transforms potential turmoil into clarity and strength. Practical steps for acceptance. Identify what's controllable. Pause to assess whether the situation is within your power to change. Focus on your response. Direct your efforts toward managing your thoughts and actions. Let go of resistance. Release the emotional struggle against outcomes you cannot alter. Reframe your perspective. Look for lessons or opportunities for growth in the challenge. By internalizing Marcus Aurelius's wisdom, we gain the freedom to live authentically and purposefully, no longer enslaved by circumstances but empowered by our ability to choose our response. Acceptance is not a limitation, it is a gateway to strength and serenity. See obstacles as opportunities. In the face of adversity, it's tempting to view challenges as setbacks. However, Marcus Aurelius offers a profound reframing of this mindset with his timeless insight. What stands in the way becomes the way. This Stoic principle teaches us that obstacles are not hindrances but opportunities for growth, transformation, and self-mastery. Challenges as pathways. Rather than resisting difficulties, Stoicism encourages embracing them. When faced with a challenge, the obstacle itself becomes the catalyst for improvement. A failed project, for instance, may teach you patience, foster creative problem-solving, or reveal new directions to pursue. These hardships are not the end of the path but stepping stones along it. Resilience through hardship. Viewing obstacles as opportunities strengthens resilience. Each difficulty we encounter, whether personal or professional, pushes us to dig deeper into our reserves of courage, adaptability, and wisdom. Overcoming adversity builds confidence, proving that we can endure and thrive regardless of circumstances. The mindset shift. This perspective requires a shift in how we approach challenges. Reframe the problem. See obstacles not as blockages but as puzzles to solve. Embrace discomfort. Growth often comes from stepping outside your comfort zone. Seek the lesson. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? Act with purpose. Use the challenge as an opportunity to practice patience, perseverance, or creativity. Real-life example. Imagine losing a job. At first, this might seem like a devastating setback. Yet, reframing the situation could reveal a chance to reassess career goals, pursue passions, or develop new skills. The obstacle of unemployment becomes the way to personal and professional reinvention. The gift of hardship. Life often presents challenges that feel overwhelming, unexpected losses, personal failures, or external adversities. At first glance, these hardships may seem like unwelcome interruptions to our plans. However, Marcus Aurelius's Stoic philosophy reframes these difficulties as essential components of the human journey, offering profound opportunities for growth and transformation. Hardship as a teacher. Every difficulty we face carries within it the seed of a lesson. Whether it teaches patience, resilience, humility, or creativity, hardship forces us to confront our limitations and expand our capabilities. Challenges push us out of our comfort zones, urging us to explore untapped potential and develop inner strength we might never have discovered otherwise. Transforming struggles into strength. The true gift of hardship lies in its ability to catalyze personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius famously said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective reveals that obstacles are not merely roadblocks but pathways forward. By engaging with them, we gain clarity, adaptability, and wisdom. For example, enduring the pain of rejection might strengthen your resolve to pursue your goals with greater determination. Navigating a crisis could enhance your problem-solving skills and deepen your empathy for others facing similar struggles. The process of growth. Acceptance. Recognize that hardship is an inevitable part of life. Resisting it only amplifies the suffering. Reframing. Instead of viewing challenges as purely negative, see them as opportunities for growth. Engagement. Actively confront difficulties with courage and purpose, using them as tools to build character. Reflection. Look back on how past hardships have shaped you. Often, the most challenging moments yield the greatest rewards. Hardship as the foundation of greatness. Greatness is not born from ease or comfort but forged through adversity. The most inspiring achievements, whether personal or historical, are often the result of individuals overcoming significant obstacles. Hardship serves as the crucible in which strength, resilience, and character are formed, creating a foundation for greatness. When we face difficulties, we are forced to adapt and persevere. Each trial strengthens our ability to endure, teaching us how to navigate future challenges with confidence. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks, is a critical quality of greatness. Marcus Aurelius captured this truth when he wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Hardship doesn't block progress, it reveals it. Hardship offers lessons that comfort cannot. It teaches patience when progress feels slow, humility when we face failure, and courage when fear threatens to overwhelm us. These lessons shape our character and sharpen our abilities. Through adversity, we gain insights into our strengths and weaknesses, allowing us to grow into better versions of ourselves. History is replete with examples of greatness emerging from adversity. Abraham Lincoln battled depression and numerous political failures before leading the United States through its Civil War. Helen Keller overcame the challenges of being deaf and blind to become a renowned author, activist, and advocate for disability rights. Nelson Mandela endured 27 years of imprisonment to emerge as a symbol of reconciliation and a leader who ended apartheid in South Africa. These individuals turned their hardships into stepping stones toward lasting legacies, proving that greatness often requires enduring and transcending immense difficulty. Stoicism emphasizes the transformative power of hardship. The Stoics believe that challenges are not punishments but opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius urged us to embrace adversity as a chance to cultivate virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. Similarly, Seneca taught that difficulties are essential for refining the soul, much like fire tempers steel. Applying hardship to personal growth. Accept the challenge. Recognize that hardship is a natural part of life and an opportunity for growth. Reflect on the lessons. Consider what each challenge teaches you about your strengths and areas for improvement. Take action. Use adversity as motivation to push forward, improving your skills and character along the way. Celebrate growth. Look back on past hardships to see how they've contributed to your personal development. Greatness is not about avoiding adversity but about how we respond to it. By facing hardships with courage and determination, we cultivate the resilience, wisdom, and strength necessary to achieve extraordinary things. Each difficulty becomes a stepping stone on the path to greatness, proving that adversity is not an obstacle, it is the foundation upon which greatness is built. The path forward. Embracing hardship as a gift changes the way we approach life's challenges. Instead of viewing difficulties as setbacks, we see them as stepping stones, opportunities to develop resilience, wisdom, and strength. This mindset doesn't just help us survive adversity, it enables us to thrive because of it. Turning hardship into growth. Building inner strength. Every challenge we face and overcome adds to our mental, emotional, and spiritual fortitude. These trials teach us perseverance, helping us approach future obstacles with confidence. Expanding perspective. Hardship forces us to reassess our priorities and values, deepening our understanding of ourselves and the world. This clarity allows us to make better choices and lead more meaningful lives. Creating momentum. Each difficulty we transform into growth propels us forward. Over time, this builds a foundation of capability, enabling us to tackle even greater challenges with purpose and skill. Thriving because of adversity. When we see hardship as an integral part of our journey, we unlock its hidden potential. The very obstacles that seem to hinder us become the fuel for progress. We thrive not by avoiding struggle, but by allowing it to shape us into more capable, compassionate, and courageous individuals. In this way, hardship enriches our lives. It deepens our appreciation for the good times and strengthens our ability to weather the bad. By forging a path forward through adversity, we discover the profound truth: life's difficulties are not just obstacles, they are the keys to becoming our best selves. Act virtuously. Living a virtuous life is at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It teaches that true happiness doesn't come from external success, possessions, or fleeting pleasures, but from aligning our actions with core virtues: wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. By embodying these qualities, we cultivate a deep sense of purpose and inner peace. The 4 cardinal virtues. Wisdom, the ability to discern right from wrong and make sound judgments. It involves seeking knowledge, learning from experience, and applying insight to navigate life's complexities. Justice, acting with fairness, integrity, and respect for others. It's about contributing positively to society and treating people with equity and compassion. Courage, facing fear, adversity, and uncertainty with bravery and resilience. It's not about the absence of fear but the ability to act in spite of it, standing firm in our values. Self-discipline, mastery over impulses and desires, allowing us to remain focused on what truly matters. It helps us resist distractions, make thoughtful decisions, and stay committed to our goals. Instead of merely debating what makes a person virtuous, the Stoics emphasize action. It's not enough to know what's right, we must do what's right. Each choice we make provides an opportunity to practice these virtues. Show wisdom by considering the long-term impact of your decisions. Demonstrate justice by treating others fairly, even when it's inconvenient. Exhibit courage by standing up for your principles, even in the face of opposition. Practice self-discipline by prioritizing meaningful goals over short-term gratification. Living virtuously is its own reward. When we act in alignment with these principles, we experience a deep sense of fulfillment and authenticity. This internal harmony creates a happiness that external circumstances cannot diminish. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. By focusing on virtuous action, we not only improve our own lives but also inspire and uplift those around us. True happiness, then, is found not in what we achieve or possess but in the person we become through the consistent practice of virtue. Value your own opinions over others. In a world filled with external influences and pressures, it's easy to get caught up in seeking approval from others. But Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher, urges us to place greater value on our own judgments and principles rather than relying on the opinions of others to define our self-worth. Why others' opinions don't define you? The opinions of others can be inconsistent and influenced by their own biases, insecurities, and circumstances. They often come from a place of misunderstanding or projection, which means they aren't always accurate reflections of who we truly are. If we depend on others' perceptions for validation, we may lose sight of our own values and become easily swayed by external forces. Aurelius reminds us that true self-worth comes from being grounded in our own principles and beliefs. When we are aligned with our values and act according to what we believe is right, we cultivate a sense of confidence and authenticity that doesn't rely on others' opinions. This inner conviction becomes a reliable source of strength, no matter what the world thinks of us. The power of internal validation. When we prioritize our own thoughts over external validation, we free ourselves from the constant need for approval or recognition. By staying true to our beliefs, we learn to trust ourselves more deeply. This internal validation allows us to make decisions based on what we know is right, without being distracted or undermined by others' judgments. Seeking constant validation from others often leads to anxiety and a lack of fulfillment. We may adjust our actions or opinions to fit what we think others want to see, losing our sense of self in the process. Aurelius' advice calls us to focus on cultivating self-respect and maintaining integrity, no matter what others think. When we learn to trust and value our own opinions, we become more resilient to criticism and less reliant on outside approval. In practice, stay true to your values. Make decisions based on your principles, not on what others may think. Trust your judgment. Your thoughts and reflections are valuable. Use them as a guide in your life. Embrace authenticity. Instead of shaping yourself to fit external expectations, be the person you are, with confidence. In essence, Marcus Aurelius teaches us that when we prioritize our own opinions over the fleeting judgments of others, we cultivate a deeper sense of self-worth and peace. By valuing our internal compass, we empower ourselves to live authentically and navigate the world with greater resilience. Harness the power of thoughts. The Stoic principle that our life is what our thoughts make it speaks to the profound impact our mindset has on our overall experience of life. Our thoughts shape not just our perception of events, but the quality of our emotional and mental states as well. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic philosophers believe that by consciously directing and refining our thoughts, we can navigate life's challenges with clarity, purpose, and a sense of inner peace. The influence of thought on life's experience. Our minds are incredibly powerful. They influence how we perceive and respond to the world around us. If we let our thoughts run unchecked, we may find ourselves overwhelmed by negative emotions, irrational fears, and misinterpretations of reality. However, when we take control of our thoughts and cultivate awareness, we can change the way we experience life itself. Aurelius emphasizes that life is not so much about what happens to us, but about how we interpret those events. Two people can face the same challenge, but one might see it as an obstacle, while the other might view it as an opportunity. Our thoughts frame our reality, and by consciously choosing positive, logical, and empowering thoughts, we begin to shape our lives in more intentional and productive ways. Cultivating positive and logical thinking. The Stoics taught us to focus on cultivating positive and logical thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is fine, but rather choosing how we respond to challenges in a way that supports our growth and well-being. By fostering a mindset of acceptance and rationality, we can transform negative events into opportunities for learning and resilience. 1. Positive thinking. This doesn't mean forcing yourself to always be happy, but rather focusing on the possibility for growth, improvement, and learning, even in adversity. Recognizing that challenges are temporary and that you have the power to influence your response is a powerful tool for maintaining an optimistic outlook. 2. Logical thinking. The Stoics prized rational thinking, which means approaching life's events from a place of reason rather than emotion. This involves analyzing situations objectively, breaking them down into manageable pieces, and focusing on what is within our control. When we approach life logically, we prevent ourselves from being swept away by impulsive reactions or irrational fears. Shifting perspective, turning challenges into opportunities. One of the core tenets of Stoicism is to view obstacles as opportunities for growth. When we change our thinking about a difficult situation, we start to see it not as something that's happening to us, but rather something that's happening for us. This shift in perspective allows us to approach adversity with resilience and to find meaning even in challenging times. For example, Instead of seeing a failure as an end, we can view it as an essential learning experience that brings us closer to success. Our thoughts shape our response to failure, and a positive, growth-oriented mindset can make all the difference in how we handle setbacks. By consciously selecting our thoughts, we align ourselves with a sense of purpose and clarity. When we focus on what we can control and let go of what is beyond our influence, we create a sense of inner peace and direction. This clarity allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with a calm, steady approach, making decisions based on what aligns with our values rather than being swayed by external circumstances. In practice, monitor your thoughts. Pay attention to your thought patterns. Are they negative or positive? Are they aligned with your goals and values? Reframe challenges. When facing difficulties, consciously choose to see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Focus on what you can control. Shift your attention to how you can respond, rather than what is beyond your influence. Practice gratitude. Cultivate a mindset of appreciation for what you have and what you're learning from each moment. In conclusion, Marcus Aurelius's wisdom reminds us that our thoughts are not just a reflection of reality, they actively shape it. By honing our thinking, focusing on what's within our control, and cultivating a rational, positive mindset, we can navigate the complexities of life with greater purpose and clarity. When we harness the power of our thoughts, we shape not only how we see the world but how the world responds to us. Embrace change and impermanence. Marcus Aurelius's wisdom teaches us that life is constantly changing, and nothing is permanent. This truth, while sometimes unsettling, is an essential part of Stoic philosophy. By accepting change and embracing the impermanence of all things, we can cultivate a deeper appreciation for life, live more fully in the present, and foster mindfulness and gratitude in our daily experiences. The nature of impermanence. At the heart of Aurelius's teachings is the recognition that everything in life is temporary. Our experiences, relationships, even our own lives. Nothing lasts forever, and the inevitable nature of change is part of the human condition. By embracing this fact, we free ourselves from the frustration and suffering that arise when we cling to things that are bound to change. Aurelius often reflected on the transitory nature of life. In his meditations, he reminded himself that the universe is change, life is opinion. This perspective suggests that while external circumstances may shift, our internal responses are what truly matter. By recognizing that change is constant, we can respond to it with wisdom and calm, rather than resistance. Living fully in the present. Aurelius encourages us to focus on the present moment, as it is the only time we truly have. If we spend too much of our energy worrying about the future or regretting the past, we miss out on the richness of life as it unfolds right in front of us. The present is the only space where action can be taken, where joy can be experienced, and where peace can be found. By embracing impermanence, we are more motivated to make the most of each moment. Knowing that life is fleeting allows us to approach our daily tasks, interactions, and experiences with a sense of urgency, appreciation, and mindfulness. Instead of taking things for granted, we are more likely to savor the beauty of each moment, knowing it may not last forever. A key aspect of embracing impermanence is practicing mindfulness, being fully present in whatever we are doing without distraction. When we are mindful, we engage with life as it is, not as we wish it to be. This fosters a deep sense of connection to the world around us and helps us appreciate the fleeting nature of every experience. Gratitude also plays a crucial role in this process. When we understand that everything is impermanent, we become more grateful for the people, experiences, and opportunities we have. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack to what we have, helping us to find joy and satisfaction in the present rather than always striving for something more. Lessons from change and impermanence. Let go of attachment. By understanding that nothing is permanent, we learn not to cling too tightly to possessions, relationships, or outcomes. We can appreciate what we have without becoming overly attached, which reduces our suffering when things inevitably change. Embrace growth. Change brings opportunities for growth. When we accept that life is in constant flux, we are more willing to adapt and learn from new experiences. Change becomes a chance for transformation, not something to fear. Live with urgency and purpose, Knowing that life is short encourages us to act with purpose and clarity. We are less likely to procrastinate or waste time when we recognize that time is limited. Find beauty in the present. The awareness of impermanence enhances our ability to see the beauty in the present moment, whether in nature, relationships, or simple daily activities. This creates a profound sense of peace and contentment. In practice, practice mindfulness. Take time each day to be fully present in whatever you're doing, whether it's eating, working, or spending time with loved ones. Reflect on impermanence. Regularly remind yourself of life's fleeting nature. This can help you appreciate the moment and shift your perspective on challenges. Cultivate gratitude. Focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Gratitude helps you connect with the present and enhances your overall well-being. The gift of change. When we accept change and impermanence, we stop fighting against the natural flow of life. Instead of feeling devastated by loss or disappointed by change, we learn to navigate it with grace. This acceptance allows us to find joy in the journey, recognizing that every experience, even the difficult ones, is part of a larger, ever-unfolding story. By embracing impermanence, we unlock a deeper sense of appreciation for what is and a greater capacity to live fully in the present moment. Instead of fearing change, we learn to see it as a gift, an invitation to experience life more deeply, appreciate the beauty around us, and become more resilient in the face of life's challenges. Build mystery and show your value. In relationships, both personal and professional, the way we present ourselves is essential in shaping how others perceive us. A Stoic approach to building connections emphasizes the gradual revelation of our story, our qualities, and our worth. This method of unveiling aspects of ourselves over time allows us to maintain an air of mystery while also demonstrating our value. By respecting ourselves and understanding our intrinsic worth, we make ourselves more intriguing and worthy of respect from others. The power of mystery. Building mystery in relationships doesn't mean being deceptive or distant, but rather practicing a form of temperance, knowing when to reveal certain aspects of your character, thoughts, and experiences. Just as a Stoic philosopher might refrain from emotional extremes, creating a balanced and thoughtful approach to sharing your personal life helps maintain intrigue without seeming closed off. Aurelius and other Stoics encourage moderation in all things. When we reveal ourselves too quickly or excessively, we might risk becoming predictable or lose the opportunity for others to truly appreciate who we are. Instead, by allowing time for others to uncover our layers, we spark curiosity, fostering deeper and more meaningful connections. Showing your value. A key part of building both mystery and respect is understanding your own value and letting it emerge organically. Stoicism teaches that self-respect is foundational to how others perceive and interact with us. When we have a clear sense of our own worth, whether it's our skills, values, or character, we don't need to assert this value constantly. Instead, we allow our actions to speak for us. This approach is grounded in the Stoic principle of virtue, acting with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. By living according to these virtues, we naturally demonstrate our worth through our choices and behavior, without needing to boast or overly explain ourselves. As we show through our actions that we respect ourselves and live by a set of core values, others are more likely to recognize and respect us as well. The balance of revealing and withholding. Finding the balance between showing your value and maintaining a sense of mystery is key to fostering healthy and respected relationships. Revealing your worth doesn't mean laying it all out immediately. Instead, it's about offering glimpses of who you are over time. For example, you might reveal your skills or passions in conversation without necessarily elaborating on every detail at once. This allows space for curiosity and further engagement. People are more likely to appreciate what they discover about you because they will feel as though they've uncovered something meaningful, rather than being overwhelmed with information. By showing value in this gradual, tempered way, you avoid the trap of trying to impress others or win their approval through sheer effort. You naturally draw people in because they are attracted to the substance of your character, not the facade you might put up. Respect and self-worth. The foundation of this principle lies in respecting yourself. Stoics like Aurelius believe that self-respect is the bedrock of all positive relationships. When we value ourselves, we communicate that we are worth the time and effort others might invest in getting to know us. This mindset shifts the focus from seeking validation to offering authenticity. As a result, people are more likely to treat us with the same respect we show ourselves. Aurelius's own writings reflect this belief. He frequently urged himself to act with integrity and wisdom, regardless of external approval. His life, grounded in Stoic values, exemplified the idea that we should not look for external validation to define our worth but instead live in a way that inherently demonstrates our value. In practice, reveal gradually, in relationships, whether romantic, social, or professional, resist the urge to reveal everything about yourself up front. Let your character and story unfold over time. Show your value through actions, instead of trying to convince others of your worth. Focus on embodying the virtues you believe in. Actions speak louder than words, and living according to your values naturally demonstrates your value. Respect yourself. Cultivate self-respect by taking care of your needs, setting boundaries, and honoring your principles. People will sense this self-respect and be more likely to respect you in return. Foster curiosity. Make room for others to ask questions about you and your life. This will create opportunities for deeper, more engaged relationships. The results of building mystery and showing value. When you master the art of building mystery and showing your value, you not only maintain a sense of intrigue but also ensure that your relationships are based on genuine respect and admiration. You attract people who value you for who you truly are, rather than for what you do or say. This deeper connection fosters mutual respect and strengthens the bond over time. By following this Stoic-inspired approach, you make yourself someone who is not only intriguing and worthy of respect but also capable of forming meaningful relationships based on authenticity and self-respect. Set healthy boundaries and respect yourself. Setting healthy boundaries is a key element in ensuring that relationships, whether personal, professional, or social, are built on mutual respect and understanding. By defining and maintaining clear boundaries, we signal to others what is acceptable and what is not, which in turn helps us protect our time, energy, and emotional well-being. Present yourself confidently and humbly. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It means having a clear sense of who you are and what you stand for. When you present yourself with a balance of humility and self-assurance, you make it easier for others to respect you. This confident humility shows that you value yourself and your principles, and it invites others to do the same. Humility doesn't mean downplaying your strengths or pretending you are less than you are. It means acknowledging your imperfections and accepting that everyone has room for growth. Confident humility allows you to set boundaries firmly without appearing defensive or prideful. Setting clear boundaries. A core principle in respecting yourself is learning to set boundaries that protect your well-being and align with your values. Setting boundaries involves recognizing your needs and saying no when necessary, whether it's to protect your time, energy, or mental health. It's about prioritizing your own values and goals without feeling guilty or overwhelmed by the demands of others. When you set healthy boundaries, you demonstrate to others that you respect yourself enough to protect your personal space, your time, and your emotional energy. This helps to create relationships based on mutual respect, relationships where both parties acknowledge and honor each other's limits. Respecting your values and working towards your goals. By living in accordance with your values and continuously working toward your goals, you not only respect yourself but also set an example for others. When you stay true to your beliefs and goals, you build confidence in your decisions and actions. This consistency helps others see you as someone reliable and trustworthy, and as a result, they are more likely to respect you. When you are actively working toward your goals, whether personal, professional, or relational, people notice your commitment and drive. This focus not only strengthens your sense of self-worth but also inspires others to invest in you, seeing you as someone whose efforts are aligned with their values. Know your worth and let others invest in you. Understanding your worth is essential in both self-respect and in cultivating healthy relationships. When you recognize your value, you stop seeking validation from others, and instead, you create the space for deeper, more meaningful connections. Recognize your value. Knowing your worth starts with an honest assessment of your strengths, talents, and the unique qualities that make you who you are. This involves being clear about your principles, goals, and what you bring to the table in any relationship or interaction. Understanding your value also means acknowledging the effort you put into personal growth and the way you contribute to the lives of others. When you recognize your own worth, you no longer feel the need to prove yourself to others or constantly seek approval. This internal clarity allows you to set boundaries, make decisions, and engage in relationships from a place of strength and authenticity. Let others invest in you. Once you recognize your worth, it becomes easier to allow others to invest in you. This investment might come in the form of time, energy, or emotional support. When people see that you respect yourself and your boundaries, they are more likely to value you and be willing to invest in building a strong connection with you. Relationships built on mutual investment create deeper, more authentic connections. Allowing others to contribute to your life, whether by supporting your goals, spending quality time with you, or offering their help, fosters a sense of shared purpose and respect. Mutual effort and respect. Genuine relationships require effort from both sides. By recognizing your value and allowing others to invest in you, you create an environment of mutual respect and effort. This exchange of energy and support leads to relationships that are not one-sided, but rather dynamic and sustainable. As you work toward your own goals and cultivate self-respect, you also make space for others to join you in that journey. You invite them to contribute to your growth while also offering them your own support and understanding. In turn, both parties can feel valued and appreciated, and the relationship can thrive on the foundation of mutual respect. In practice, set boundaries with confidence. Be clear about your needs and limits in relationships. Don't be afraid to say no when necessary. This helps ensure that others respect you and that you protect your well-being. Recognize your value. Take time to reflect on your strengths, principles, and accomplishments. Knowing your worth will allow you to make decisions from a place of confidence, without relying on others for validation. Invite mutual investment. Allow others to contribute to your life by sharing their time, energy, and support. Relationships grow stronger when both parties invest in each other's well-being and goals. Respect your values and goals. Stay true to your values and continue working toward your goals. This not only helps you grow but also shows others that you are committed to your personal journey, which increases your value in their eyes. The results of setting boundaries and knowing your worth. When you set healthy boundaries and respect yourself, you invite people into your life who also respect you and your values. At the same time, recognizing your worth allows you to form relationships based on mutual trust and effort. These relationships are stronger and more fulfilling because they are rooted in genuine respect and a shared investment in each other's growth. By practicing these principles, you naturally earn the respect and trust of others, allowing for deeper, more meaningful connections that are built on a solid foundation of self-respect and mutual effort. Live your own life fully. Living your own life fully means embracing your own interests, goals, and passions without seeking approval or validation from others. It's about owning your personal journey and carving a path that is aligned with your true values and desires. When you live authentically, your life becomes an example of self-empowerment, and your fulfillment becomes a source of inspiration for those around you. Pursue your interests and passions. Living a full life starts with discovering what truly excites and motivates you. Whether it's a career, a creative pursuit, or a personal hobby, following your passions brings energy and purpose into your daily life. It's important to spend time cultivating these interests, even if they don't align with the expectations or interests of others. The more you nurture what makes you come alive, the more your life becomes rich with meaning and fulfillment. Pursuing your passions requires courage because it often means stepping away from the comfort of following societal expectations or living for others' approval. But by dedicating time to what you love, you set a foundation for deep satisfaction and joy, which radiates outward and makes you a more vibrant and authentic person. Focus on your goals. Goals are the roadmap to creating the life you envision. To live fully, it's essential to be clear about what you want to achieve, whether it's personal growth, professional success, or building meaningful relationships. Setting goals allows you to focus your energy and actions on what truly matters to you. It helps you stay motivated, and each step forward toward your goal provides a sense of accomplishment and purpose. As you work towards your goals, remember that your journey is uniquely yours. Don't compare your progress to others. Instead, measure success by how aligned your actions are with your core values and desires. Find fulfillment without external validation. When you live fully for yourself, your happiness doesn't depend on the approval or opinions of others. You create an internal sense of fulfillment that is not contingent on external recognition. This self-sufficiency allows you to enjoy life more fully because your worth is defined by your own standards, not by others' expectations. This mindset also frees you from the constant need for validation, which can be draining and limiting. By living for yourself, you stop measuring your value by how others perceive you, and instead, you recognize that your happiness is an inside job. This independence not only makes you more resilient but also more confident, as you no longer depend on others to feel complete. Enrich others' experience. Interestingly, when you live your life fully and independently, you naturally become more appealing to others. Instead of seeking validation, your authenticity and self-sufficiency become attractive qualities. People are drawn to those who are genuinely passionate and content in their own lives, because it's refreshing to see someone who is not dependent on others for their happiness. By living your own life fully, you bring a unique energy to your interactions. You become more present, engaged, and interesting because you are driven by your own goals and values, not by trying to please others or meet their expectations. In this way, your fulfillment enhances your relationships, making them deeper and more meaningful. In practice, cultivate your passions, dedicate time to the things that excite and energize you. Whether it's a hobby, a career pursuit, or personal growth, immerse yourself in what brings you joy. Set clear goals. Define what you want to achieve in different areas of your life. Make sure your goals are in alignment with your personal values and not shaped by others' expectations. Find fulfillment from within. Focus on creating an inner sense of satisfaction. Don't rely on others to determine your happiness. Know that your worth comes from who you are, not from external validation. Share your energy with others. When you live authentically, you naturally attract people who appreciate you for who you truly are. Be present and engaged in your relationships, and your fulfillment will enhance those around you. The results of living fully. When you live your own life fully, you cultivate a deep sense of purpose and joy that is independent of others' opinions. This leads to a richer, more satisfying life that's grounded in your own values and passions. As a result, you become more attractive to others, not because you are trying to win their approval, but because your fulfillment adds a unique energy to your interactions. People are drawn to those who live authentically and independently, and as you continue to live your own truth, your life becomes a beacon of possibility and inspiration. Find your own happiness. Finding your own happiness is about cultivating an internal sense of contentment, rather than relying on external circumstances or the approval of others. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus emphasize that true happiness is a product of our mindset, actions, and inner peace, rather than fleeting pleasures or material success. By focusing on what we can control, our thoughts, attitudes, and choices, we can build a deep, lasting sense of joy. The Stoic perspective on happiness. Stoic philosophy teaches that happiness is not dependent on external events or the actions of others. Instead, it arises from how we respond to life's challenges and how we choose to perceive the world around us. Marcus Aurelius, for instance, said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This emphasizes that happiness is a state of mind, shaped by our internal responses and attitudes, rather than by external events or circumstances. Seneca also shared the view that happiness comes from within. He said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence on the future." This means embracing life as it is, focusing on the present moment, and finding contentment without constantly striving for something else or fearing what might happen next. Epictetus took it further by reminding us that we can only control our reactions, not external circumstances. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This powerful insight helps us realize that we have the power to shape our happiness, regardless of what life throws our way. Cultivate happiness through meaningful activities. One key to finding your own happiness is engaging in activities that are meaningful to you. This could involve pursuing a passion, contributing to something bigger than yourself, or setting and achieving personal goals. When you dedicate time to things that align with your values and bring you a sense of purpose, happiness naturally follows. Engaging in meaningful activities often brings a sense of fulfillment that is not reliant on external validation or material success. Instead, it provides deep satisfaction because it reflects your personal growth and connection to something greater. Whether it's a creative pursuit, a career goal, or helping others, meaningful activities help create a life filled with purpose and joy. The power of self-care. Self-care is another vital element in the pursuit of happiness. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and mental well-being enables you to be your best self. This can involve things like exercise, meditation, healthy eating, or simply taking time for relaxation and reflection. When you prioritize self-care, you're not only improving your quality of life, but also setting a foundation for happiness that comes from within. This also includes setting boundaries and knowing when to say no. By respecting your own needs and limits, you maintain a sense of balance and control over your life, which in turn fosters happiness. Develop a positive mindset. A positive mindset is a powerful tool for cultivating happiness. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. Instead, it's about choosing to focus on the things you can be grateful for and finding lessons or growth opportunities in difficult situations. The Stoics taught us that obstacles are not to be avoided, but seen as opportunities for growth. A positive mindset also involves practicing self-compassion, being kind to yourself, especially when things go wrong. Instead of being overly critical or harsh, you recognize that you are human, and part of being human is learning from mistakes and moving forward with greater wisdom. Happiness radiates confidence. When you find happiness within yourself, it radiates outward, making you more attractive to others. Happiness is contagious because it's rooted in confidence and contentment, which naturally draw people in. When you are happy with who you are and the life you are living, others will take notice and want to be part of that energy. People are more likely to gravitate toward those who exude genuine happiness because it offers a sense of peace and positivity that's refreshing and uplifting. In practice, focus on the present. Instead of worrying about the future or regretting the past, practice mindfulness and focus on the here and now. Embrace the present moment and find joy in the simple things. Engage in meaningful activities. Spend time doing things that are fulfilling and aligned with your values, whether that's pursuing a passion, helping others, or achieving personal growth. Prioritize self-care. Take care of your physical and mental health through exercise, relaxation, and self-reflection. Set boundaries to protect your well-being and avoid burnout. Cultivate a positive mindset. Focus on gratitude and the positive aspects of life. Practice reframing challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Radiate confidence. When you are happy and content, it shows. Your inner happiness becomes a magnetic force that attracts others, making your relationships deeper and more meaningful. The outcome of finding your own happiness. By focusing on finding happiness within, you build a foundation of joy that is not dependent on external circumstances. As you engage in meaningful activities, prioritize self-care, and maintain a positive mindset, you create a life that is fulfilling and rich with purpose. This inner happiness not only benefits you but also positively impacts those around you, making your relationships stronger and more authentic. Ultimately, happiness becomes a byproduct of living in alignment with your true self, and it radiates in ways that enhance both your life and the lives of others. By applying these Stoic principles, you're not only learning how to manage tough situations more effectively, but also paving the way for a happier, more balanced life. It might take some time to get used to, but with practice, you'll begin to notice changes in how you approach problems and handle stress. Over time, you'll feel more in control and less rattled by the unexpected. Thank you for joining us on this Stoic journey. Keep these lessons in mind as you go through your daily life, and remember, the path to a more disciplined and calm life is already within your reach.